And today I just want to be sharing with you my salvation story. But before I share my salvation story, let's take it back to when I was living as an unbeliever, shall we? Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yusuf Titi Laboye, but as usual, call me Titi the Transform. And today I just want to be sharing with you my salvation story. But before I share my salvation story, let's take it back to when I was living as an unbeliever, shall we? I think I'd like to start from the things that I struggled with before I eventually said yes to Christ. In no particular order, I struggled with low self esteem, I struggled with alcohol, pornography, blah, blah, blah. The list is very, very long. And I think that that's why I just like to call myself Titi the Transformed, because I'm living a very or completely different life from the life I used to live before I encountered Jesus. So let's take it back to low self esteem. I didn't think I was beautiful enough. I didn't think that I didn't like my voice. I didn't like my face. I didn't like the way I smile. I didn't like my teeth set up. I literally didn't like anything on my body. Anything at all. Everything on me. I didn't like it. And it's weird, right? Because right now I love everything on me. I love the way I talk. I love the way I walk. I love the way I gesticulate when I'm talking. It's weird, but I didn't like anything on me before. I didn't think I was beautiful. So as a result of that, I used to wear things that were very revealing, dresses that were very, very revealing. I believe that the only part of me or my body that was very attractive or that I liked at the time was my laps. So I would wear skimpy stuff just so that I can get compliment. And yes, I used to get compliment. I think it validated what I was thinking in my head, that, oh, I'm very beautiful only when I reveal certain part of my body. That's not true. And I remember that I was constantly comparing myself with my friend at the time. We attended secondary school together. She had a very, very beautiful figure. And I compared myself to her all the time. At a point, I even started to dress like her. I don't know what was wrong with me. Maybe I thought I would eventually look like her, but then it didn't happen. It can never happen, really. I struggled with alcohol. I drank alcohol to a point that I couldn't sleep without it. So for me to get some sleep, I had to drink alcohol. I could not sleep without it. I was literally drinking alcohol like water. Like it is water. I would just be drinking and be drinking and be drinking. It was that bad, right? And yes, I have a bit of a very not so good sexual experience. What I mean by that is that I have my own, oh, I was molested, blah blah blah. I don't think I want to share that in this video. So that was what made me started to drink alcohol, because I couldn't sleep without having, I don't know what it's called, but I think it's trauma effect, when you cannot sleep when you remember some things and then you just start to drink alcohol. With alcohol, I could sleep peacefully without remembering any awful parts of my past. And then, of course, that also resulted in me drinking and watching pornography. So I used it to satisfy my pleasure, right? Since I was already introduced to it. I think that the best word to use is that my innocence was stolen from me. So I needed to still feel that pleasure. I needed to keep fueling it and fueling it. So that was why I was just taking, I was just watching, rather, I was just watching pornography. Yeah. Before I gave my life to Christ. I don't know, it sounds really weird now. And I think that when people are saying things that or the way that they lived before they encountered Christ, I don't think many people mention their how they spoke with people. I remember that before I came into the knowledge of Christ, I used to be very, very disrespectful, very, very rude, very rude. I didn't care. I didn't honor anybody, even my parents. I didn't honor them. To be honest, if I'm being honest, completely or brutally honest with myself, I didn't honor them. So I didn't extend any respect to anybody. I didn't have regard whatsoever with to anybody. I was just like, I would do my thing and I would do my thing, and I was very, very violent. I remember that every single guy that asked me out at the time, I used to slap them. I used to slap guys that asked me out. I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like, okay, what are you doing, bro? Just get out of my face. And every single time I like try to peacefully tell them to leave me alone, they don't used to answer. So just like, damn, just get up like that. God. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit, for saving Titi. Thank you, Jesus. I used to be very rude and violent. I believe that everybody that wanted to be my friend wanted to steal something from me, or they wanted to just take something away from me. I was just so insecure with everything. And funny how I didn't even have anything at the time. Like I had nothing, but I was so insecure with literally everything around me. Wow. That's basically how I lived before Christ found me. And I lived like that for years. For years, yes. I remember that I was watching pornography for years. I was drinking alcohol for years. For years, I was like that. So when I entered church for the first time, somebody invited me. I was always singing Christian songs. I was born and raised a Muslim for context. So a Muslim girl singing passionately singing Christian songs. It was not very, you can't just see it. It's very rare to see it. So it's like, will you come to church? And she attends a garmented church. So I was like, yes, I would follow you. That was the first time I stepped into a church in my entire life. But I didn't give my life to Christ, or did nobody shared the gospel with us. The church, or does not is not a Christ centered church. So I didn't exactly hear the gospel. I didn't I literally was just going to church. I was just singing my life away. And of course I was a worker. I joined. I was just happy to be there as a teenager. And one of the things that I think prompted me to go to church was that I was tired of having to learn another language just to reach a God. So I just said, okay, Christianity is way easier. I didn't know that, oh, maybe Jesus died for me. I didn't exactly have any knowledge about that, but I knew that I wanted a religion that wouldn't stress me because I was struggling with learning Arabic. I just wanted something that wouldn't stress me. So that's how I went to church for the first time. And then years later, I think I spent about 5 years there. I was a teenager when I first entered church. As a young adult, so that was when I heard the gospel. I had gained admission, and I started to attend my school fellowship, a garmented one too. And just a few months after I had resumed, they told me there was annual convention that was outside Lagos. So I followed them. And I didn't follow them because I was expecting anything. I honestly followed because I just wanted to leave Lagos for a while. They were just being all excited about the program. They were telling us how that would enjoy, how that there were going to be over 1,000 students. I was like, okay, it would be nice to really, have this experience. And that's how I just like, okay, I would go. So I went there. And for the first time, the preacher was saying that God was leading him to make an altar call, that not everybody that attends church are truly saved. That was the first time I was hearing the gospel. And of course, I went out, I said the salvation prayer, and then the rest this is history. That's my salvation story. This is why I think that nobody's beyond redemption, transformation. I don't think that anything that you do that Christ cannot reach you or deliver you or even start to transform you. Salvation is instant, but I believe that sanctification is a journey. I'm still on that journey. I'm not there yet. I am still on that journey. So if I was to answer how my life has been with Christ, I would say that there is no friend like Jesus. There is no father like Jesus. I don't think that I have the word to express it, but if you have not given your life to Christ for one reason or the other, or you've never heard the gospel, well, if you're looking for a life evidence of, oh, have Jesus delivered somebody from, pornography, low self-esteem, all sort of things, even addicted to alcohol. I remember that I had a lying spirit. I could lie. Oh God, just tell me the situation. I would immediately grab something for you. It was almost like a gift at that time in my life. But now I know that it's not, right? There is nobody that is beyond transformation. There is nobody that is beyond the reach of God. And just in case you're thinking that, oh, I think I'm too terrible, just know I don't think that I usually say that the only things that I didn't do as an unbeliever, I didn't abort any child, and then I didn't kill anybody. I think that out of all of the things that I was not supposed to do, those were the only two things that I did not do. So imagine. So I just pray that if you're watching this and you've not given your life to Christ, it is something in you to know that you are not beyond transformation and you are not beyond reach, and Jesus is calling you. If you listen to this point and you like this video, please share this video. Somebody might just need it. And I'd also like to know if there is if you have a situation of maybe like me, maybe you were even born and raised a Christian, but somehow you just left the journey and then you came back. I'm interested. Please let me know. Share in the comment section. It might just help somebody's work with God. If you've not liked the video, kindly like the video, comment, like I said, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay in devotion with the Lord. When I see you, I want you looking like more like Christ, and I will try my best to look more like Christ. So see you in my next video.